Okay, hey what's up everybody, I'm Casey, and today is a very, very special day to us Nancy Drew fans. Her Interactive put out a newsletter, or whatever it's called, I don't know what it's called, but it says release date for Midnight in Salem, and it has other things as well. In it, it says that the release date for Midnight in Salem is spring 2019, and the only reason why they are probably taking this long is because what they said after after they mentioned the release date of Midnight in Salem, they talked about how they are working on getting their current work in progress Midnight in Salem, and future Nancy Drew games to be available for virtual reality consoles, as in Xboxes and PlayStations, I'm guessing, and tablets. Shut up, pop up. Christy, go check our chat on Twitter and you will see everything. Yes, I am so excited! Woohoo! Sorry if I busted y'all's ears. I actually want to scream, but I don't want to scare my family. That's the best I can do. Woohoo! I am so excited. Oh my gosh. That's basically like the need to know stuff, but if y'all want to go check it out, go to their Facebook or Twitter, and there's a link there. If you go on my Twitter, I linked it there. And Christy, they said spring 2019, and they also said that they are working on making this Nancy Drew game, Midnight in Salem, and future Nancy Drew games. I'm guessing they didn't say future or current game, but I'm guessing that's what they mean. But they're working on getting Nancy Drew games to be virtual reality for the consoles, Xbox and PlayStation, and tablets, iPads, of course. Oh my gosh, like I am so excited. Like I want to go on just like a Nancy Drew binge. Anybody else want to do it? I mean, come on. Play all Nancy Drew games. Me. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. And hey, what better way to get excited than playing Nancy Drew? What? Yes. I am so excited. I want to jump up and down, but I can't. I'm in a chair. Woo! Ah! Yes! Woohoo! Okay, let's get into Nancy Drew Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon. Black Rose, welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. And Black Rose whispered to me on Twitch and said that I think I think we broke her Interactive's website, and we probably did. Seriously, considering how many people, I'm not even joking, they posted the thing about this whole, this whole thing. Within, on Facebook it said 5 minutes ago, and there were already 44 comments. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I am so excited, guys. How's my voice sound? I figured me having my voice down, and me having the mic right here would help reduce the background noise you all could hear in the videos. And then I thought having the thing here, the desktop audio here, what's it at? Let's do 60. Just to see side. And I'm at 25, I think. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I am inside I'm shaking. Alright, again, anybody else want to go on a Nancy Drew binge? Playing all the games. We can chat about it and see what game we're at. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay. Into the game we go! I'm gonna be a little bit more excited in the stream. And hey, I'm wearing my Nancy Drew shirt.
Dear Hannah, here I am at the railroad station along with a handful of other detectives about to board a train bound for who knows where. The only person who knows where we're going is Lori Gerard. That's the young woman who invited everyone. Actually, she didn't really invite me. She invited Frank and Joe Hardy, and they invited me. And I've always wanted to join forces with the Hardy boys. I just hope this doesn't turn out to be another one of Lori's silly attempts to grab publicity. Some people can be a little too rich and a little too famous for their own good.
All aboard!
Wish me luck. Love, Nancy.
Well, people, now that our little orientation tour is over, let's get started. Okay, I, again, am Lori Gerard, and the first thing I want to do is thank you all for coming. John Gray, I am so thrilled that you're taking time out from that TV show of yours to do some ghost hunting here with us. I mean, Ghost Chasers is like the best cable show ever. And Charlena Purcell, I cannot tell you how much I adore those romance novels you write. Your characters just seem so real. And all that stuff you know about the Old West, you are just awesome. And Tino Balducci, only the most famous police detective in the country. And then there's Frank and Joe Hardy. They're amateur detectives. My dad and their dad are old friends. And you must be the other amateur detective, their friend, Natalie?
Nancy Drew?
Whatever. All right, I'll bet you're wondering where we're going. Well, we're going to Copper Gorge, Colorado. Why? To solve the mystery of what happened to Jake Hurley, the man who originally owned this train. Because see, one day in 1903, this train was found in a place called Blue Moon Canyon, which was out in the middle of the Nevada desert. Only the engineer was on board, and he was dead. As for Jake Hurley, he had disappeared from the face of the earth. Oh, and two more things. Before he disappeared, Jake was rumored to have found the richest gold mine in the world. And the train he owned, this train, his wife Camille died on it while they were going to the gold fields. It was rumored to be haunted.
She's gone.
Oh my gosh.
What in the world?
What the?
Hey, what's going on?
People should never go tampering with things they don't understand.
Oh, brother.
It's okay. Everybody just stay calm. No need to panic. I'll get to the bottom of this.
Well, Nancy, you're up on all that social etiquette stuff. What are you supposed to do when your hostess vanishes into thin air?
If I don't seem concerned, it's because I'm not. Lori Gerard is a young woman whose only goal in life is to be famous. She craves attention and habitually uses her father's considerable wealth to get it.
So you think her disappearing like that is just some kind of publicity stunt?
I just think she couldn't resist showing off in front of all of us minor celebrities. What was your name again?
Nancy Drew. You and I have actually met. Sort of. I called you not too long ago when I was at Shadow Ranch. You gave me some information about Dirk Valentine.
Ah, Nancy Drew.
You remember me?
No.
Welcome back, Christy. Hold on, I had to do something real quick. Oh boy. Thinking about setting up an official Instagram well, for this, for streaming. You know, and I could take like pictures and stuff like that, you know, and it'd be a whole lot easier. What do y'all think about that? I don't want Twitter. I want. There we go. How does my voice sound? Does it sound okay?
What else do you know about Jake Hurley?
Psst, Nancy! Come here!
Excuse me for a second.
Hey, Nance!
Where have you two been?
Howdy, boys.
I followed Tino Balducci.
And I went after John Gray. He went straight to the room in the car that used to be Camille's and didn't come out again. I could hear all these weird noises coming from inside.
Any idea what he was doing?
I was just about to go in, but the next thing I know, Joe's got my arm in a vice grip and is dragging me back here, babbling about how Balducci's our guy.
He found something on the
Yes.
floor right where Lori was standing when the train went dark. I saw him pick it up and put it in his pocket. Then he left.
Even if he isn't really the guy. You know, even if he isn't really the bad guy, let's just, get him off the train. That's, don't be totally bad. Just throw him off the train. Let's get him off the train. I don't want him on there. I really do not like Tino, if y'all couldn't tell. Okay, it was on 60. I'll take it down to 40 and see how it goes. Let me know what this sounds like.
Did you see what it was?
Gotta turn
When
mine
I
down.
tried to talk to him, he just kind of brushed me aside and said something snotty like, "I'm on the job here, Junior, so just go back to the playground and stay out of the way." In case you two hadn't noticed, we're not getting a lot of respect around here. Can't we at least tell Balducci that we do stuff for ATAC?
You know the rules.
ATAC?
American Teens Against Crime. We do a lot of undercover work for them.
Wonder Cop's probably never even been undercover.
Joe, let it go. What'd Charlena have to say?
She thinks Lori is faking this whole disappearance thing.
She's not the only one.
How can you say that? You heard Lori scream.
Anybody can scream, Joe. Especially girls whose fathers have given them acting lessons along with everything else they've ever wanted.
What about you, Nancy? What do you think?
Thank you guys. How does my voice sound? Does it sound okay? I didn't really like all the background noise you can hear because his mic is like a $200 mic, so it is really good at picking up things, courtesy of my brother. So it's really good at picking things up. So can you all hear like background noise, or is it okay? Wow, I like that. I like how that sounds. Yes. Okay. I'm just so excited. I'm just gonna do goofy stuff because I'm just so excited. One person said in the comments on Facebook said it's a Christmas miracle. Like this right there just made my made my Christmas. Made May 2017 ending a whole heck of a lot better.
I kind of agree with Frank.
You've got to be kidding.
Do you think maybe one of Lori's other guests is in on her disappearance?
It's certainly possible.
From the way she talked, it didn't sound like she knew any of them.
Maybe that's what she wanted us to think.
Or maybe that's what one of them wanted her to think.
Well, whether Lori disappeared by force or by choice, what we've got to do now is find her.
Absolutely.
Has anyone talked to the engineer?
Not that I know of.
Then I'm going to head up front and tell him what's happened. Maybe he knows something we don't.
Good idea. In the meantime, we'll take another look around in here.
Great. Catch you later.
Didn't want that. Okay. Let's look around. So, how's everybody doing tonight?
Sadie Crawford.
Kind of don't like how like the mic kind of like comes into the shot, but yeah, no. Guys, we're salutes. Oh, dream come true.
It looks like there's something behind this painting, but I can't seem to move it.
I started reading the Nature Jew books when I was 10, so, you know, when I was a little kid, I was like, I want to do a mystery like Nancy. What kid didn't? I mean, it was just really cool.
Engineer, what do you want?
Hello, I'm one of the passengers, and I just thought you should know that Laurie Gerard has disappeared.
So?
I just thought you might want to call the police or something.
Hey, all I know is I take orders from Miss Gerard, okay? Right now my orders are to get this train to Copper Gorge non-stop. And until Miss Gerard tells me otherwise, that's what I'm gonna do.
But Laurie may not even be on the train anymore.
Look, Miss Gerard may not be a rocket scientist or anything, but even she knows better than to jump off a moving train.
But
Now, if you'll excuse me, I got me a train to run.
She's mean. Okay, I just made the Instagram page on my phone, so later on I'll do all like the, you know, like the linking my Instagram to Facebook, Twitter, doing all that. I'll do that later. So that's what I was talking about. I'm doing great. I cannot wait until after I stream, because I am going to make me a vegan cheese quesadilla, and I am excited. And I have ice cream too. Sounds good.
a square and a duck.
My light just did something. I'm sorry you have a headache, Black Rose. I'll try to not talk loud and not squeal anymore. When the thing, the walkthrough.
It looks like this thing opens up, but how? Looks like some sort of steam valve.
Warning, do not open unless all pipes are connected. No duh.
Yes?
What are you working on?
I'm writing my next book. I'm on a deadline, so until I write those two most wonderful of all three-letter words, the end, everywhere I go, my laptop goes, and every chance I get, I write.
Aw, that snowman's cute.
What else do you know about Jake Hurley? You know, the man who originally owned this train?
Wealthy, imaginative, adventurous, stubborn, egocentric, and most importantly, he was smitten at the age of 35 by a young French woman named Camille Voulet, who died about a year after they were married.
I told my mom that I was streaming this game yesterday or the day before, and I was like, did we ever play that game? Because now I'm going through playing the games with her. You know, and then she said, well, remind me of it. And it's like, well, Last Train of Blooming Canyon, and the Hardy Boys are in it, and I'm gonna shut up in that part, because in case people are watching this and haven't seen it yet. You know, and I told her some other stuff. Hint, hint. And then, but for the life of me, I cannot remember Jake Hurley's name and his wife Camille Voulet. I knew her first name, but for some reason, I was getting Dirk Valentine's name stuck in my head. So it's like, no, that's two different games. I don't understand bits. I just don't. I guess I'm not that involved in Twitch, even though I'm streaming right now. But yeah, oh, that's cute. What is that, like a rocket ship Christmas tree? Dude, that is like a good. What is that? Okay, I got it. What? Okay, it's a reindeer. Computer's heavy. Gingerbread man with, it looks like his leg off. Purple snowflake. Ornament with like a sick face on it and a snowman. Those are cute. My hand hurts.
Where was he from?
East Coast, Philadelphia, I think. His parents were British aristocrats. Sometime in the 1870s, he decided to seek his fortune out west, so he had this train custom built so that he, and some years later his wife, could traverse the mountains and plains in relative comfort.
So he went west and became a miner?
All anyone knows for sure is that years after Camille's death, he showed up in Denver with a pouch full of gold nuggets and semi-precious stones, which he used to purchase mining supplies. He refused to say how he'd come by them, which of course led to speculation that he had found a fantastically rich vein somewhere, although to this day, its existence remains unsubstantiated and its location quite unknown.
Why do you think Lori invited you on this trip?
No doubt because I'm such an authority on life in the Old West, and because I'm so good at using old information to unearth new information. My knack for research is, well, it's a gift.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just doing this, just play games, spend time with everybody. I'm not doing it to make money. If I got bigger, that's a different story. But you know, I'm clicking it. Stupid thing. There we go. Okay.
Well, I'll let you go.
My publisher thanks you.
You know, if I got bigger on Twitch, I mean that's a different, that's a different story. Right? I don't have that, that many followers. I only have 42.
Hello?
Hi, Bess.
George, get over here. It's Nancy. It's about time you called.
What's up?
What's up? You're the one who's on the train with a bunch of famous people. You tell us. This is torture, Nancy. I'm dying of curiosity here.
Bess, just calm down.
Oh, like you're not just as curious as I am. She's been begging me to call you ever since she got here.
Only because you've been driving me crazy. I'm supposed to be helping her paint her room, but every other brushstroke she's like, where do you think she is now? How do you think the Hardy Boys are doing? Why do you think she hasn't called? What do you think Lori Gerard is wearing?
Oh, George, that is so not true. I couldn't care less what Lori Gerard is wearing. So come on, Nancy. You're on a train full of famous people bound for who knows where. So dish already, would ya?
Bess, calm down. Look what you did. You got paint in my hair.
I'm sorry. Actually, that looks kind of cool.
Nice try, Bess.
No, really.
You're just saying that because you're afraid I'll bail and you'll wind up having to paint this dump all by yourself.
George, I kid you not. You should seriously think about doing some major highlights in that color.
What color is it?
Adobe beige.
Nice try, Bess.
What's going on, Nan?
Our hostess has disappeared.
What do you mean, disappeared?
I mean, the train went into a tunnel, everything went dark, and when the train came out of the tunnel, no Lori. She just disappeared.
Publicity stunt.
I'm not so sure.
Oh, come on. You don't really think something's happened to her, do you?
Remember the time she was allegedly kidnapped from her Vegas hotel room?
Yeah, the guy across the hall just happened to have a camera and got it all on tape.
It made the evening news in practically every city in the country. And then there was her daring escape the next morning.
Only it turns out she faked the whole thing.
Of course, she claims her ex-boyfriend faked it to get back at her. She thought she was really being kidnapped.
Like anybody believes that.
Sounds to me like somebody has been spending a lot of time reading the tabloids.
George has. Very funny. So what else is going on?
Before she disappeared, Lori told us that the purpose of this train trip is to find out what happened to Jake Hurley, the train's original owner.
Was he murdered or something?
No one knows. He was married to a woman named Camille, but she died, and he eventually vanished while mining for gold. His train was found abandoned in Blue Moon Canyon, Nevada, with no one on board but his dead engineer.
Whoa, spooky.
Have any theories?
Not yet, but the train is also rumored to be haunted by his dead wife.
So first Hurley's wife dies, then Hurley vanishes, then the engineer dies, then Lori vanishes. A pattern, maybe?
Bess, do us all a favor and leave the detective work to Nancy, okay?
Has either of you been to Copper Gorge, Colorado?
Never heard of the place. Why?
Well, that's where the train I'm on is headed. Apparently Jake Hurley buried his wife Camille there after she died on the train.
She died on the train? Ew, creepy.
Lori Gerard finds it a little unnerving, too.
I don't blame her.
Bess, for the 972nd time, there's no such thing as ghosts.
I know that. I just have a small problem believing that.
Catch you later.
We'll be right here.
Yeah, washing the paint out of our hair.
Guys, I just linked up my Instagram account. I did it while they were talking because, you know, they were being, you know, loud. Oh no, don't tell me I didn't do that. Didn't link to anything. What? Gee, that's stupid. Didn't link to anything. I'm mad. Okay, I'll figure it out later. Okay, right there. Messing up somewhere. Why is this so hard? Yay!
Left pickaxe and lamp with buell for safekeeping. To open what's closed, lead is the key. Or is it lead is the key? This must have been the sleeping car.
I only played this game once, and it was all the way through day before Mother's Day this year.
I need 4 numbers to unlock this, and there's, what, 10,000 possible combinations? Guessing could take me a while.
Hi, you're that Nancy person. How you doing? John Gray.
You look pretty busy.
Right now I'm taking time-lapse electromagnetic readings and recording background noise. This was Camille's private car. If she had something to do with Lori's disappearance, analyzing these readings may give me a clue as to Lori's whereabouts.
Are you saying that Camille's ghost kidnapped Lori?
What to most people are ghosts are actually temporary distortions in local electromagnetic fields caused by the presence of residual psychic energy generated by the person or persons who frequented that particular locale. That's my working theory, at least.
That's very interesting.
It's all very scientific. But the fact is, Lori's missing, and I, for one, am doing everything in my power to find her. The vibes I'm getting make me think she could be in serious trouble.
Charlena Purcell thinks Lori is just playing some kind of joke on us.
Charlena Purcell writes romance novels. End of comment.
What do you think of Tino Balducci?
I kind of feel sorry for the guy. After catching those bank robbers, he can't just be a good cop anymore. He's got to be a great cop. Tough to perform under that kind of pressure.
Is Lori a friend of yours?
First time I met her was when I boarded this train with all the rest of you. I knew her by reputation, of course, like everyone else who reads the tabloids. It doesn't appear that anyone aboard this train is her friend.
Maybe she planned it that way.
You mean so we'd concentrate all our efforts on finding Jake Hurley? Possible, although she really doesn't strike me as being the planning type.
Well, I'll catch you later.
Take care.
The Little Book of Samplers.
So, have you all played this game before? Or seen it?
Looks like some kind of sewing sampler. I wonder if there's a relationship between those symbols and those numbers. Sickly Sarah caught a germ so new it made one of her pretty green eyes turn blue.
That's fascinating.
This looks like some sort of game.
No, I messed up!
Shoot!
Yeah, it's one of my favorite games too. I love it.
I did it!
Yay!
Wonder what's in here.
Sheet music.
I need some music.
Don't do that, please! Those microphones I set up over there are very sensitive. Just about took out my eardrums. You can play that thing when I'm done. I'll let you know when that is, all right?
Okay. Teddy Eberhardt. Looks like Camille was teaching herself how to play the piano. Thomasina O'Neill.
Okay.
I wonder what's under here, and what the deal is with those weird-looking bolts.
Now, this game is relatively kind of short, you know, than compared to, you know, like the protective curse or something like that.
Hey, Nancy, right?
Shut up.
That's right, Nancy Drew.
Amateur detective, huh? You ever thought about becoming a real detective? You know, like me?
You mean become a police detective? No, I never have.
It's a great job, you know. I love it. You, heard about those bank robberies I solved, right?
You think dolls are creepy, Black Rose? I used to play with the Polly Pockets and Barbies and Dora the Explorer when I was a kid. The dolls in here, yes, they're creepy. The dolls I used to have were not creepy. But,
Yes, I sure did.
Baffling case. Two-man team at 17 banks in 3 states in 5 days? FBI had no idea who the perps were. But after forcing their vehicle to a stop, confronting them, despite the fact that they were armed and giving chase, I single-handedly made the collar.
I heard all they had was a plastic knife from a carry-out chicken place.
burn.
You heard wrong. You see, Nancy, when somebody does something really remarkable in this country, the first thing everybody else does is try to tear them down. Reporters, late-night comedians, even some of my fellow officers, all have been spreading vicious lies about me. Why? Because they've never done anything remarkable in their sorry little lives, and they're jealous.
Jerk.
Anyway, you should look around in here. Lots of interesting stuff. This was Jake's private car, you know.
I understand that you found something on the floor in the dining car.
Yeah, at first I thought it was an old coin, but it turned out to be some kind of slug.
Where do you think it came from?
Probably been lying there for 100 years. May have served a purpose back then, but now, worthless.
What are you going to do with it?
Well, I'll tell you what. Here, keep it. Wear it around your neck or something. That way, when people ask you where you got it, you can tell them Tino Balducci gave it to you. The Tino Balducci.
Oh, thank you.
What else can I do for you?
You've been a big help.
Anything for a fellow detective.
Yes. Yes, I mean, if not, just, push him. Something. I'm just glad he's not going to be another stick in the game.
Camille with Hager Anderson and Chantilly Hildegard. Looks like an old-fashioned cigar box. Wonder why it's locked. And what does AG mean? JH. For Jake Hurley, obviously. Must be Jake's insignia. Eliza Sandberger. Wonder what Jake used this for. Pretty. Looks like some kind of gemstone.
Like, I'm still kind of in shock over the whole thing with her and everything. Oh my gosh. Yeah, me too.
There, all done. Another gemstone. An old scale. Strange. It seems to be built into the wall. Those symbols look like the ones I saw in that sampler. It's locked. That square and that duck look very familiar.
Yay.
Looks like to make this thing, whatever it is, I'm going to need a spyglass, a pickaxe, and a lamp. Citrine, amethyst, zircon, those are all gemstones, I think.
Yeah. Like, that was easy for me, like, when, like, back when, like, I tried not to play with the walkthrough. But after I got, like, further on, I had to do other stuff, like, walk through.
Silver. What do all those colors have to do with silver?
So, do you all have a Instagram account?
Looks like I need to enter 8 letters into this thing. The question is, which 8 letters? So my parents and I saw The Last Jedi last night. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm clicking it. It was amazing. It was amazing, guys. I mean, seriously. It was... I would highly recommend watching it. There was one point where the entire movie theater just erupted into laughter. It was pretty awesome. They were about easily.
Oh my gosh! I never thought you'd be the one to find me. No offense, Nadine?
50 people there?
Nancy Drew.
60?
Well, as you can see, I wasn't really spirited away by ghosts or anything. That bookshelf in the dining car, you step on this thing in the floor in there, and it slides open. I practiced disappearing for weeks.
So it was just all for show?
Well, not entirely. See, here's the deal. My dad wound up with this train when he bought out Noram Shipping. They'd been storing it in this old warehouse outside St. Louis for so long that everybody had just forgotten about it. Anyway, after like mass begging on my part, Dad had the train restored to working condition and got me an engineer and track permits and all that other stuff until finally, here we are, on our way to find out what happened to Jake Hurley.
Yeah, I think people are upset about it because they want it to be, like the old ones. You know, like with Han Solo and Princess Leia and Luke back in the glory days. But, but people has to understand, like, like they can't keep making things, they can't keep making things like the old days. Things have to progress. And, like that's the only thing that I can actually say about about everybody getting mad. Because I saw that on Facebook. There were a bunch of people that's totally bashing the movie. And then I'm like, guys, come on. I mean, yeah, it was. Some things in it were slow, but that's only because I was like, get to the intense parts, But mainly people just wanted to be like the glory days. Yeah, I mean, people just wanted to be the glory days and stuff like that. And so, like, have you seen all the Star Wars movies?
I think you were going to explain why you kidnapped yourself.
Oh, right. Well, see, I was one of the first people in like 100 years to set foot on this train, okay? Everything was just the way it was when Jake disappeared. Except I also found this. It's a letter that Jake wrote in 1901 to his niece back east. He was real paranoid about claim jumpers, which is why he never told anyone where his mine was. But he was also afraid something would happen to him and no one would ever know where it was. So he wrote this letter to his only living relative, Ruth Kensington. Here, take it.
You want me to have it? Why?
Because you found me. See, in that letter, Jake tells Ruth that everything she needs to figure out where his mine is on this train. He also warns her that his wife's spirit is on the train too, which kind of creeps me out. But the thing is, to find Jake's lost mine, we need the train.
How do you know this Ruth person didn't find the mine decades ago?
Mostly because I found that letter in the wastebasket. It was like she'd gotten so ticked off trying to follow her nutty uncle's clues that she finally said to heck with the whole thing.
I've seen every single movie there is, and I love the series. It is a great series. I actually do want to have a Star Wars marathon where I watch just all 6 movies. But now I think I just want to binge Nancy Drew. I mean, honestly, it'd be really awesome. My dog's barking for some reason. I can hear him.
So you want me to try to figure out where the mine is?
Uh-huh. As for the other people on board, if you want to show them that letter, go ahead. It's totally up to you. We're going to Copper Gorge because that's where Jake buried Camille, so I figured his mine might be somewhere around there too. But if you think we need to go somewhere else, you just let me know and I'll have the engineer take us there.
Bye.
You go, girl.
The 3rd of November, 1901, from somewhere in Colorado. Dear Ruth, I know that we've never met, but now that your father, my estranged brother, is gone, you are my only living relative. I am writing to you to tell you about my mine before I, too, depart this earth, and its location is lost forever. I cannot tell you outright where it is, lest this epistle fall into the wrong hands, but with the information which follows, and with my train, which shall be yours upon my death, I promise that you'll be able to find it. First, you will need a map. To obtain it, know that my travels have taken me all over this great country, to towns which can be difficult to find, to Calico, Silverado, and Central City, to Dodge City, Virginia City, and Tombstone. To locate the mine on the map, you'll need my projector. When it comes to placing the stones, you'll need to ask someone who holds a warm place in my heart. I have stored his name accordingly, but to retrieve his name, you'll have to give the dolls an order. This will require looking inside Camille's dancing shoes for the name of their maker, and wearing the shoes as you perform her favorite step on the dance floor. As for my beloved Camille, she has 4 words for you. Words which, when translated into numbers and used in combination, will help power my projector. But alas, she's taken them with her to her grave. So go to Copper Gorge, Colorado, and pay your respects, and let some of her goodness rub off on you. I promised Camille that this train would always be her home. In return, she promised to never leave, and indeed she never has. People say I'm crazy, but I've seen her and heard her and feel her presence on the train even today, 20 years after her untimely death. So above all else, my dear niece, let nothing happen to my train. It holds wonderful things. Kindest regards, Jake Hurley.
That's just sad. Oh my gosh.
Looks like a dance floor, maybe? Darn, the name of the shoes is so faded I can't tell what it is. Maybe Bess and George can help me figure out who made them.
Hello?
Hi, Bess.
Hey, what's going on?
The name of the company that made Jake's wife's dancing shoes is too faded to read, but to find Jake's mine, I need to know what it is.
Hey, I know what you can do. Take a picture of them with your cell phone, then send it to us, and we'll check them out for you.
But I thought you guys had to paint Bess's room.
Boring. Besides, we're going to have to take a break soon because we're almost out of paint.
Probably because Bess has gotten more on me than she has on the walls.
Anyway, send us a picture of the shoes via cell phone as soon as you can.
Actually, I already sent you a picture of the shoes.
What?
Well then, hey, we're on it.
Oh, you guys are the greatest.
I know. Need anything else?
What books are they? Like, what are the titles?
Catch you later.
We'll be right here.
Wonder how you're supposed to get this open.
That is amazing, Black Rose.
I can use this to open that grate I saw in Camille's car. I wonder if this has something to do with that list of cities Jake mentioned in his letter to Ruth. Guess I'm done. Strange. All that's left is a jumble of letters. That must be the projector Jake mentioned in his letter to Ruth.
So, have you all seen the movie Tangled? I guess both are wrong. That scared me half to death. Wow. Those are like good titles. This is D. Welcome to stream. Glad you can make it. Did you see the thing we were talking about on Twitter? It is itchy, hold on.
Jake's mine must be somewhere on this map, but where?
Christy, you have to go see it. It is amazing. They have it on Amazon, iTunes, pretty much what I can think of. Mrs. D, did you like it? Oh my gosh, Tangled was so awesome, and I loved Eugene Fitzherbert. Anybody else? Anybody else? I mean, I loved Eugene. He was amazing. I watched that on New Year's Eve in 2011, and it was on Netflix then. It was just like, and then when it got to that certain part in the movie, near the ending, y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, my sister said that she watched it with her friend, and her friend fell asleep. But she watched it, and she said that she legit was not expecting that at all. And it's just so beautiful. It's just now I want to watch it. But they have this show now, Tangled the series, on Disney Channel. And yes, I'm 18 years old and I'm watching a Disney Channel show, but I don't care. I'm now caught up. There's 2 seasons. I'm not caught up. And oh my gosh. Guys, like, I'm pretty sure they're like 25-year-olds watching the show, so, The Greatest Snowman? Oh, Showman. Oh. I thought it said The Greatest Snowman. I don't know if I want to watch it or not. Oh my gosh, Black Rose and Mrs. D, you have to go watch Tangled series. Yes, it is animated, but every single character is still the same. Like the voice acting is still the same. It is amazing. Did you all see the Tangled Ever After mini short? It's like 5 minutes long, 10 minutes long.
Well, it's the little lady detective. What do you need?
I found Lori.
Oh my
she was
gosh.
hiding in the caboose.
Oh, yeah?
Guys, go watch it on YouTube. Oh my gosh. Can I tell you what happens?
She disappeared because she wanted to see who'd find her first, which is why she left that clue behind.
That slug? I mean, I knew that slug was a clue.
You jerk.
That's why I gave it to you. I mean, I could have found Lori no sweat, but I thought, hey, why not give somebody else a shot? And you came through. Nice job.
Thank you.
But look, from now on, if you come across anything that may have something to do with Jake Hurley in his mind, let me know, okay?
No.
Just so I can, give you advice, help you sort things out. After all, the opportunity to work side by side with a world-famous police detective doesn't come along every day, you know.
Guys, it's called Tangled Ever After, and it is amazing. And it's just really cute, and it's really cool because it came out, the movie came out in 2011. The little mini short didn't come out until 2014. So, 3 years later, all these people come back to do a 10-minute little mini short. That's amazing.
Do you think I could take a closer look at that cougar statue?
What, that cigar clipper? Go ahead, take a look.
I'll bet I need this stone to build that thing in the diagram I found. But if I remove it now, Tina will know I'm onto something. Interesting. I just wanted to get a good look at it, that's all.
What else can I do for you?
Hope I didn't take up too much of your time.
Don't mention it.
Oh, the DVD set? My mom loves that show. And I mean, and I like it too. It's just I'm not as into it as she is. It's on every morning at 11 on ION. Oh, what? You know, my family and I don't have cable, so we get like the local channels because we have, and like $5 antennas.
Wilson Carbide and Acetylene Works.
So ION is local, and Psych comes on at like 9 and 10, and Murder She Wrote is on 11 and noon.
Always your friend, Thomas Wilson.
My time, so.
Looks like a pattern for some kind of dance step. Maybe I'd better keep this.
For some reason. Do this. I gotta hold up my face because this is really bad. Magnum P.I. That sounds familiar. What's it on? Maybe I've seen it. Dang it, I messed up. Dang it, I messed up. Creepy dolls, guys. Creepy dolls.
Guess Camille liked to collect dolls.
I think I did it wrong. That's what I gotta call best. Dang it!
Hello?
Me again. Just checking to see whether you were able to find out the name of those dancing shoes yet.
Your wish is our command. But hang on to your hat. The name is a real mouthful. The shoes were made by Chaussette Chateauyantes. CHAUSSETTES. CHATOYANTES. That's French for shimmering socks. Apparently, if you were into dancing in the 1870s, That was the company to get your shoes from.
Chaussettes Chatoyantes. Got it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for letting us help.
I better go.
Remember, when in doubt, call.
Oh, of course it's all messed up again. Dang it. That's pretty. So, Mrs. Dave, do you have a Instagram account? I'm only gonna be playing for about another 10, 15 minutes. I'm hoping to get past all this stuff. Actually, I'm gonna do this. And then, yeah. I have a little bit left to do, but I'm wanting to get to Copper Gorge. But I'm almost there, like, very, very close. So, about between 15 and 20 minutes is gonna be good enough. Annie Zero, welcome to stream. Glad you can make it, and I didn't see anything pop up. Granny and I have been. Did you know? I need to get my eyes checked.
With any luck, I just opened the stove in the dining car.
So, Annie Zero, did you see her Ignacious thing on social media?
Nancy!
Yeah.
What's with the Cheshire Cat grin?
You found Lori.
Yep, she's holed up in the caboose, and as a reward for finding her, she let me have this. It's a letter from Jake to his niece in which he leaves clues telling her how to find his mine. Only the clues are extremely obtuse.
You found Lori, you got the letter with all the clues. Guess you don't need us anymore.
Oh, Joe, quit pouting. Want any help?
Are you kidding? You bet I do.
Welcome to stream.
Now you're talking.
The stream, they said in the thing, the release date for Midnight in Salem is spring 2019, and they are working to get this Nature 2 game and future ones to be available for virtual reality, tablets and consoles, i.e. Xbox Ones and PlayStations. Which, I mean, I've been saying they need to make Nature 2 games for the Xbox for like ever. I mean, come on, that'd be amazing. I would love to be able to play these games on the, on the Xbox, but computer games and Xbox games, two totally different things. So that's why this is gonna take them a long time to do it, because you have to put in the. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be a long thing. Like it's gonna be really hard for them to do that.
I found a diagram for some kind of contraption that Jake designed, but to operate it you need his pickaxe and some kind of lamp or lantern, which it looks like he gave to somebody named Buell.
Buell? Joe, show her.
Show her what?
That old picture we found.
Okay.
We found this on the bookshelf. See? Buell's Supplies and Pawn Shop. That's gotta be the same Buell Jake gave his axe and lantern to.
Yeah, 100 years ago. And the guy was a pawnbroker, Frank. The stuff's probably long gone.
Or maybe it's still somewhere in Copper Gorge.
Well, that's where we're headed, so let's just hope for the best.
Right.
It stands to reason that the only person other than Jake who had to have known the location of Jake's mine was the engineer on Jake's train.
Very true.
Not necessarily. Jake might not have told him the exact location. Maybe he just had him drop him off somewhere nearby.
Well, still, we'd be way ahead of the game if we knew where that drop-off point was.
It would be nice to know his name.
The guy died more than 100 years ago. How are we supposed to find out his name?
Maybe Charlena What's-Her-Face could tell us how to go about it.
Good idea, Frank. I'll ask her. See you in a bit.
You better.
I would love for one to be on the Xbox. That'd be like a dream come true.
James Thurston.
Yes?
I found Lori. She's in the caboose. You were right. She disappeared because she wanted to see which of us would find her first.
And you won. Congratulations.
The others on the train, John Gray and that police detective, do you know them very well?
I don't know them at all. Needless to say, I don't watch television, so I've never even seen Mr. Gray before. Although I do know that his profession, if you can call it that, is rife with crackpots. As for Mr. Balducci, from what I've read, his success in solving those robberies was less a matter of talent and more a matter of being in the right place at precisely the right time.
In other words, you don't think he deserves all the attention he's getting?
No. You and those two Boy Scouts you're with would make better detectives. Is that all, dear?
Well, someone's being very chipper.
I'll let you get back to your writing.
All right, then.
I'm gonna go take care of the great thing, the pipe thing in Camille's car. Then I can go tell the Hardy Boys that I found the name of the engineer. Then we'll be in Copper Gorge. I'm getting off. So I'm starting.
That tool I saw in the caboose. I bet that's what you used to unscrew these bolts.
Aww. Do you have an iPad? I think they said it's, well, they said consoles. So I'm guessing it's going to be that. Yes, it is. Black Rose. Dang it!
More
Right.
pipes to connect.
Yeah, it is.
Here we go.
I go tell the Hardy Boys that I found the name of the engineer. Then we'll be in Copper Gorge. Woohoo. only an hour and 15 minutes into the stream, and in the beginning I was rambling on about her interactive thing. I just love this game. Like, and plus it was the first game that I played on this, like, on a PC, and plus I love the Hardy Boys. So.
Hey, how's it going?
Win-win.
I think I know the name of Jake Hurley's engineer, James Thurston.
Great! What else do you know about him?
Well, nothing.
Good.
Good.
Yeah, finding out more about him will give us something to do. We'll look into it.
See you soon.
If you need anything, just let us know.
Right. Well, I have a lot to do to like get to front porch. Dang it.
More questions?
Would you like to see the letter that Lori gave me as a reward for finding her?
The one in which Jake Hurley supposedly tells his niece how to find his lost mine? No, thank you. I happily leave it to you to try to solve the mystery of his disappearance. You can afford to look foolish, dear. I can't.
Aren't you even going to try finding out what happened to Jake Hurley?
No time. The only reason I haven't insisted that Lori release me from all this silliness is there's always the possibility that what happened to him has the makings of a bestseller. Although I highly doubt it.
I should get going.
Let me know if you run across anything juicy.
What's up?
I found Lori safe and sound in the caboose, so I guess those vibes you got about her being in serious trouble were wrong.
Strange. My vibes are never wrong. What's even stranger is I'm still getting them. So maybe they're not about Lori. Maybe they're about you.
Me? I'm not in any trouble.
Trust me. Either you or Lori is, or soon will be, in big trouble.
Could you be more specific?
Unfortunately, no.
Thanks for the chat.
Come back anytime.
Dude, she's always in trouble. I don't want to talk to Tino.
Glad you dropped in. Lori told me she'd given you a letter from Jake Hurley that says how to find his mine.
That's right. You can read it if you want.
Lori should have given that to me. I mean, I'm the trained professional around here. Let me take a look.
I really hate this guy.
I've seen enough. 2 words. Useless. Those are just the rantings of a guy who spent way too much of his life swirling mud around in pans under the hot sun. 5-star nut job.
You don't think there's anything helpful in there?
Nada.
I really don't like this guy.
It's been great talking to you.
Not a problem.
I talked to Lori. They make Harder Boys comic books. What?
Whoa! Somebody must have thrown the emergency brake.
That scared me.
The question is, did somebody throw the brake? Or something?
Oh, Joe, now you sound like Lori.
Hey, I was the first one on the scene, and I saw no one.
Remind me tomorrow to look up Hardy Boys comic books. Gotta love technology. Yes.
Who was the next person on the scene?
John Gray. Then Balducci came bursting through one door while Frank and the engineer came through the other. Boy, was that guy ticked. He said the train could have derailed. He reset the brake, muttered a few choice words, then headed back to the engine just as you and Lori showed up.
Everybody was there except Charlena. I don't think she left her laptop the whole time.
There's no way Lori could have thrown the brake unless she had someone else do it.
The question is, why? What did she or anybody else stand to gain by stopping the train?
Answer? Nothing. Which is why I think we should at least consider the possibility that something less human in nature may be at work here.
Ah, Joe.
I'm going to see if Balducci's done dusting for fingerprints. Catch you later.
So, this is the Heart the Shroom and Any Zero, if you're still in here. How you all doing tonight? Wait. They have Laser True comic books? Where have I been? I consider myself to be a deep Nature Drew fan. Apparently I'm not.
What's going on?
Did you find any fingerprints on the emergency brake handle?
None that were any help, thanks to Casey Jones up there. I told the old geezer not to touch anything, but he went and got his big, fat, oily paw prints all over the place. If we didn't need him to drive the train, I'd charge him with obstruction of justice.
Remind me tomorrow to look up Nancy Drew comic books.
Okay, I'll remind you.
Look up Enhanced Future comic book. Okay, I'll know what that means.
Did you do anything else besides look for fingerprints?
Of course. As a matter of fact, I found this. Probably fell out of the perp's pocket while he was yanking on the handle.
Looks like some kind of thermometer.
Yeah, like the kind a certain ghost hunter uses on that bogus show of his.
You think John Gray threw the brake? But why would he do that?
Because they're thinking about axing his show, that's why. I checked with this buddy of mine in L.A. Gray's got to come up with something real big real soon, or he's toast. And you can't get much bigger than a train with a spooky past that's prone to strange accidents, now can ya?
Who else have you told about this?
All in due time. I always like to get my ducks in a row before I make an arrest.
But couldn't someone else have dropped that thermometer?
Please. Who's the top cop here, huh? Who's the world-famous detective? You?
Yes.
I know what I'm doing, sweetheart. John Gray wanted publicity. That's exactly what I'm gonna give him.
Thanks for your help.
Anything for a fellow detective.
Dude, she's known all over the world. I mean, come on.
What's up?
Are you by any chance missing a small digital thermometer?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am. When I went through the box I'd packed them in, that one over there, I came up one short. I was hoping to set up at least 6 in here so I could check for cold spots. How did you know I was missing one?
Because Tino Balducci found it by the emergency brake handle when he was dusting it for fingerprints. And now he thinks you're the one who pulled it.
That's ridiculous. I didn't have any reason to pull the emergency brake.
Is it true that your show is in danger of being canceled?
Newsflash, my show was canceled. Happened last night. But what nobody knows yet is that it's been picked up by a major TV network. Not only am I still on the air, but I'm sitting prettier than ever. Any other questions?
Were you in this room the whole time prior to that emergency brake thing?
Of course not. I made a couple of trips to my compartment in the sleeping car to get more equipment. But did I get an overpowering urge to pull the emergency brake while I was there? No.
So are you making any progress in here?
Oh yeah, not only am I getting some real unusual EMRs, that's electromagnetic readings, but take a look at this.
You've got something?
I set up a camera and took some time-lapse photos. Sometimes I was in the room, sometimes I wasn't, but somewhere along the line, I managed to get a shot of Camille.
Where? You don't mean that little blob, do you?
Yep, that's Camille.
Okay.
You're skeptical. That's cool. Just remember, the key word when it comes to ghostly phenomena is energy. That blob is the result of Camille's residual life force, spirit if you will, reacting with the chemicals in the photographic paper.
Couldn't it just be a flaw in the photographic paper?
Okay, it could be that too, but it's not. Trust me.
Thanks for the chat.
Goodbye.
What's going on?
Okay, no.
You've been a big help.
Helping people is what I'm all about.
Okay, I don't know what to do about,
Hey, how's it going?
Were you able to find anything out about Jake's engineer, that James Thurston guy?
Good news and bad news. The good news is he had a wife in Copper Gorge, so he may have had children.
The bad news is our internet service provider stopped providing before we could use our cell phones to find out anything else.
That's okay. We can do more checking when we get to Copper Gorge.
Right.
woohoo, guys! Played some Nancy Drew last stream to Blue Moon Canyon. Woohoo. Okay, Chrissy, I will look at that tomorrow. I actually saw that on the walkthrough. So I am going to, I had it in my head, but then, oh yeah, there we go. So, as always, Tim Hawkins video for you all. Fun. There we go. I mean, the desktop. Come on. Come on, computer. Boom. No, stop it. I'm getting ready to make me a vegan quesadilla, which I am so excited for because I am starving. And now I think I'm going to go watch Tangled. Because I want to watch Tangled. Now I can't get the flower, gleam and glow. Let your power shine. Song out of my head. Okay, I'm going to turn up the desktop volume. And mute myself. As always, I don't own this video. I'm showing it purely for the entertainment for the people in the Twitch stream. This is owned by Tim Hawkins himself. I do not own anything. I am just a fan. Alright, Mrs. D. Hope to see you tomorrow.
If you're a believer in Jesus, man, death should be a party. Death, where's that sting? I ain't afraid of death, bring it. Not right now, but you know. That's right, man. You're gonna want to come to my funeral. I'm gonna put the fun in funeral. It's gonna be hard to be sad. I got a big bowl of candy on my chest. That's gonna help some people, man. People walking by my casket, I can't believe you're gone. I can't believe... Smarties! Oh my God! I love Smarties. Somebody takes 2 pieces, I grab their arm. Come on. Come to my funeral, man. There's gonna be dancing, man. I'm gonna have music and a DJ. Just throw your hands in the air and wave them like you ain't in there. Oh, come to my funeral, man. It's gonna be great. There's gonna be a mosh pit, man. And don't just let me lay there. Get me involved. Pick me up, let me crowd surf. Just... You're like, man, you go to Hawkins' funeral? Yeah, it was awesome!
Guys, that was genius. He's just so weird. Like, he's just stuff like it doesn't even makes sense. Really. My mom texted me. Hey, I spelled quesadilla right. It's like, I think I just had like a major brain fart, so couldn't. I could type right. That'd be amazing. No problem, Christy. Okay, everybody, I am done streaming for tonight, but I'm going to be finishing Nature Jew, The Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and that is going to be the last time I'm going to be streaming before Christmas, but I will be streaming, one more time for 2017, and that's going to be really, really, really fun. And I'll let you all pick the game I do. Guys, I am so excited. Today is a glorious day. That was a little bit scary on my part because I heard something like jingle in my chair. That's not good. Night, Kirsty. Thank you all for coming. I hope you all have a great night, and hope you all have a great time tomorrow. Today's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Yes. Okay. This video will be up on my YouTube soon. We'll lose my train of thought here. If you haven't already, please like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitch and Twitter, and subscribe to my YouTube. As I just said, I will be finishing Nature Jew, The Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and I just got up a Instagram, so I'm gonna have to start saying that. So yeah, I'll link to it after I get everything set up in Facebook and everything as I usually do. I feel like I'm doing stuff upstairs. And I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. Although I'm gonna be seeing you all tomorrow, so I have to save that for tomorrow. Whatever. Okay. Hope you all have a good night. God bless everybody.